Dude, check this thing out. Holy crap, dude. I think it's just a model, Ryan. Ryan was hoping that it's... No, it's just a model. Dude, it's steel, though. Holy cow. It might work. Got a little...
Is this wrong?
Cummins engine in it.
Is there remote control? Yeah.
That is sick. Guys, what's up? We're all the way out here in Las Vegas, Nevada for the Waste Expo. We're going to be seeing all kinds of cool stuff. Most importantly, we're here with Scania representing the Scania USA side of everything with their engines. And we're going to see all kinds of really cool equipment, trucks, everything. It's going to be really sick. Some construction equipment. We're going to be looking into selling some different types of construction equipment. And some of those manufacturers are here. So don't go anywhere. Look at this building. This place is freaking massive. Let's head inside, guys. All right, guys. You almost never see a brand new garbage truck that hasn't been all garbaged up yet. These things have a lot of stuff going on. A lot of stuff. Now imagine this in a Scania truck cab. It's needed. It's needed here in a really big way. Let's go get our visitor badge. We're going to be using the mic all day today so I can talk to people. We're not going to be messing up audio. We're doing everything we can, guys, to make sure audio is perfect. We're not no professional videographers here. We're just some old YouTubers that got lucky and got a bunch of subscribers. So, yeah. All right, guys. We are officially inside the Waste Expo. There's going to be all kinds of different things in this video. We're going to try to find the most coolest and unique stuff here for sure. We're stopping here at the Lagong booth because I've been thinking about carrying them as a line, well, over here, of equipment at our new tractor dealership, actually. We just bought 2 excavators and we have them on sale at our place right now. But check this stuff out. This is some really cool stuff. Yes, it's made in China. But when it comes to buying Chinese equipment, there is a level. You have like tier 1 when you have like the really cheap, crappy mini excavators you see at the auction all the time for like $2 or $3 grand. And you have like tier 10, which is this stuff, which is like really, really top of the line. What's crazy is like Caterpillar and a lot of other brands are being made in China right now also. So there's actually some really good equipment coming out of that country and Asia, everywhere else. So let's check this out. This is a 100% electric machine here. We won't be selling electric stuff, but we want to find the right people and talk to them about their equipment and becoming a dealer. All right, guys, we had some really good conversations. I know it's more electric stuff that we're not really big things about on the YouTube channel here, but it's really crazy to see something this big and know that it has a giant battery pack inside of here. Man, is it painted up like beautifully. Oh, they got it locked up. They said not today, Mr. Wilson. All right, let's roll over to the Scania booth and say hello. There's going to be quite a few people we get to meet we haven't even met before, so let's go find them right now. Joe, check this out. What in the world is going on here? Dude, something crazy's happening. Oh, I think it's like it's sorting them is what it's doing. Dude, that's crazy. It must be sorting the different types of metals. That's wild. Look at the little air things right there. Dude, that's crazy. That's crazy. There's way more cool stuff here. So more like material sorting for recycling. Dude, those robots aren't playing, are they? Wow. Look right here, Ryan. I wonder what it's doing. Like, what is it sorting? I don't understand. Is it grabbing like different types of plastics, I guess? That's what it's doing. Bro, that's wild. All right, guys, we found the Scania booth over here. Let's go check out the engine they have going on. This is the all-new 12.7 liter engine that they just released for marine and industrial applications. It is really cool. This particular engine is 612 horsepower, almost 2,200 pound-feet of torque. Something really, really unique. That's in the industrial application, but then they have the engine in a marine application in this basically a 13-liter engine that's almost almost 1,000 horsepower, which is insane out of a 12.7 liter. Now they're able to get 1,000 horsepower out of an engine like this because of the cooling capacity of it being in a boat, which has unlimited water circulation. But this same block, same head, 1,000 horsepower, which is crazy. Like, that's mind blowing. Now, we got to find out what we got to do to get one of these and put it in something cool. It's probably not going to happen. Scania's going to be like, nope, not happening. But, dude, that's pretty wicked. And see, like, this machine right here, look at that. Like this waste shredder, that company's here. We need to go find them and get their honest opinion on these engines. But for those of you that didn't know, Scania is already here in the USA with over 350 locations servicing and selling parts and distributing their engines all across the United States, which is pretty wild, you know. A lot of people say, well, Scania's, you know, we've never heard of them or, you know, all the above, but where can you even get parts for them? Well, guys, there's over 350 locations, which is crazy, like I was just saying. So, single turbo, dual overhead cam, aluminum all upper half, I'm pretty sure. I don't know if it's an aluminum head or not. We should definitely ask Al. Al is the Scania engine expert here in the USA. Let's go find Al. All right, guys, so we found Al. Al, we met Al at the Mid-America Truck Show. Nice to see you.
Great to see you guys. Welcome
Welcome to the Waste Expo.
to the Waste Expo in Las Vegas.
Nevada. This is my first time in Vegas, in case anyone was wondering. Now, I've been telling people about some of the details that I've learned about the engine. Now, tell me about this. Does it have an aluminum cylinder head on it? Is it cast iron? Like, what's so different about this engine?
Graphite iron block. So
Okay.
compacted graphite iron is about twice the tensile strength of gray iron. So a lot of competitors will use gray iron. It's less expensive. Machining the block is very expensive because it goes through bits and the implements to actually do the machining at a much faster rate. It's not lighter than gray iron, but it is so much stronger that you can use less material. And a lot of times it'll end up being a lighter engine overall than a competitor's that's gray iron, simply because it's so much stronger we can use less material. And it's a lot more sculpted in the block.
There's still a compressed graphite cylinder head, too, then.
Yeah.
Okay. But it is really nice. I mean, it's a pretty serious thing. I was telling them this thing makes 1,000 horsepower out of the same block and cylinder head configuration.
In the marine application, this engine is rated to 1,050 horsepower for recreational or military patrol craft type applications. And in the U.S., for our emissions, it's 950 on this same block.
Okay, so for the U.S., so emissions across the board there's lots of different emission standards all around the world, from the U.S., European, China, Korean.
Correct. Each one of those is going to have its little differences. A lot of them are really close, but you still have to have these little differences, and then we have to do the testing for it. So sometimes there's a little bit of a change in power output based on the region.
So we've seen great success in the S13, which is the same platform in the international trucks. I've heard lots of people are loving them.
Yeah, our sister company is having great success with it, and we are a little bit behind everybody else in getting it on the industrial side. So it launched in 2022 in Scania as the Super 13 in Europe, and then 2024 at International as the S13. They make it themselves. They make it in here in the United States.
Alabama.
In Alabama. And our version is made in Södertälje, Sweden, just outside of Stockholm.
Now, I've seen the assembly line in the factory where these things are built. It is like next level, and I think we got some clips. I don't remember if I did or not. If we did, we'll throw them up here on the screen where these engines are actually being assembled. It is like state-of-the-art, crazy.
And I'm still jealous that you got a much closer look at assembly of both the engines and the truck than I ever did.
Yeah, it's pretty wild, but all new Scania engine. Make sure you guys check that out. If you have any needs for industrial, marine, generator, engines, that's what is available here in the U.S. There's been a lot of questions come across our videos. It's one of the biggest reasons we're here, to talk and be here with Scania USA and get a lot of these questions answered. So we'll be here for the next couple days. Make sure you guys comment down below, and maybe in the next video, while we're still here, we'll be able to answer a lot of questions. So comment down below and let us know, guys. For now, we're going to walk around the Expo here and see if we can find maybe some people that have these engines in their equipment. I'm pretty sure that
If you find a Linder shredder
Yep.
or something from Terex, CBI, or Terex MPI, there's a number of manufacturers, Kleeman crushers, there's a number of manufacturers here that will use our engines in their equipment.
All right, we're going to walk around and try to find them, but for now, we'll be back. And by the way, guys, don't forget, go to BruceWilsonShop.com. Our new t-shirts are in stock, ready to be sold. What do you think about that? I mean,
Let me see. V8, baby, I love it.
pretty unique, ain't it?
King of the road.
Yeah, it definitely is. All right, guys, let's go check out some stuff. All right, guys, we're walking around, checking out all kinds of other cool stuff here. This is like the giant candy crane from like an arcade game where you win candy. You ever seen those?
I know what you're talking about.
Isn't it pretty cool, though? I think it's called a knuckle boom. is what you'd call this thing. Fully electric. Pretty sick. You always see these at like the scrap places where you drop off scrap metal and stuff, but this thing being electric, like the whole cab, like see these arms back here, like picks way up in the air. So if you're like gonna look inside of a big dump truck or something like that, you're unloading. That's pretty sick.
Massive.
It is massive. Pretty cool. Check this thing out, guys. Lots of really unique equipment here. More fully electric. You ever seen a garbage truck catch on fire because like the hydraulic line blows and hits an engine? Ryan, put a clip up here on the screen and don't forget this time. Now imagine you have a lithium powered electric garbage truck that catches fire. That thing's never getting put out. Not that we say that I want that to happen, but you would think with the current administration that the electrification of everything, there wouldn't be so many people providing and showing all that here at shows, but they are. So I guess it is what it is, but electric garbage truck. The cab's definitely unique. Very, very cool. I see something really cool over here. Let's go check it out. Dude, check this thing out. Holy crap, dude. I think it's just a model, Ryan. Ryan was hoping that it's... No, it's just a model. Dude, it's steel, though. Holy cow. It might work. Got a little
Is this Ron?
Cummins engine in it.
Is it remote control? Yeah.
That is sick. What? So is it remote control, or you have to do it all by hand?
We got to do it by hand, but
Wow.
the blade will go up and down.
Bomag, guys. Oh, that's cool. Wow.
Hood goes up and down.
Whoa. You got to get someone to make it fully remote for you guys. That'd be sick.
Yeah, no doubt. If you actually, the gentleman that builds these over in Europe, if you scan that QR code, it'll show all his. It goes to his website, shows all of his.
Wow.
different
So
models and
you guys just hit him up and say, hey, can you build this for us? And
Yeah, absolutely. It's great for trade shows and whatnot. So.
yeah, I mean, it drew us from like 100 foot away over here. I was like,
Yeah.
that is crazy.
Yeah. We had a kid stop in the booth earlier here, and he was absolutely pumped, like just more than the adults running around. For sure.
Yeah, that's sick. Ryan's losing his mind right now. That's cool.
Dude, look at the interior.
I know, look at the little doors. Dude, they even little latches.
Yeah, this needs to be remote.
The amount of time that it takes to build something like this has to be crazy. Little engine back there with all the hydraulics, lots of 3D printed parts. Wow. That's sick. That's really cool. Guys, you ever seen a telehandler that looks like this? A cab that raises up? Look at those airless tires. This thing's crazy. I don't know how you pronounce the name. Schnebogen? I wonder how wrong I said it. We'll have to find someone that knows how to pronounce it properly. They're either made in Finland or Sweden, I would say. All right, so I was wrong. They're made in Germany. We were close. And it's pronounced Schnebogen. Big old candy grabber right there. But just seeing how these cabs like go up in the air is just nuts. Because I'm all back in Florida, I used to scrap all kinds of stuff all the time for the tractor shops, or when I was younger, I go get scrap metal, get some extra gas money and stuff. But this is definitely sick. Look, it even has an automatic grease system, so you don't have to grease every single thing on these things. That's how it should be on like every piece of equipment here. So these are our friends from up near Iowa. Whenever we went up to Iowa Customs, the New Way waste trucks. I think Terry with Iowa Customs and some of those guys should be around here. We need to walk around and try to find them. These are pretty serious trucks here. Pretty serious stuff. I think pretty sure Terry and them made a lot of this accessories for these trucks right here. Like these stainless covers and things right here that go around it on the front. Maybe that custom, definitely Iowa Customs front grille. That's really, really sick. We got to find Terry. Yeah, right there, look. Equipped with cold cube. It's got a refrigerator inside of there. That's cool. Wow, look at it's even got their freaking hub covers on there. Big boy tires right there, ain't it? Thick boys. That's cool. These look great. All right, guys, I know we're we're at a garbage place, but look at this thing. Fully automatic garbage dumper upper side downer thing. Yeet. Even for the truck over there in the background, look at that. You just like back right up to whatever. Fully automated. All right, so there's some Vermeier equipment right here. Another big old candy picker upper. It seems to be a common thing. Now I wonder if this one's electric or diesel. I'm pretty sure this one's got to be diesel powered. Pretty serious stuff. I mean, look how heavy duty that is. That thing is freaking beefy. Like really beefy. It's honestly crazy. Look how big these cylinders are. One day when we hit it big and we're like super rich and have lots of money, we're gonna buy one of these just for fun.
Yeah, to throw stuff around.
Just to like turn it and yeet it loose. Look at the tires on this monster. Holy cow, dude. I wonder if these are like tires that haven't been grooved yet or what, but jeez. That is nuts. Oh crap, I thought that's how much it weighed. No, it'll pick up between 26,000 and 35,000 pounds.
That's a lot.
I don't know what the machine actually weighs. That's crazy. Oh, I guess that right there would be the weight of it. Almost 60,000 pound machine. This must be for like doing like waste collection and stuff like that where you don't need tread in the tires. I didn't even call these tires because they don't have any air in them. Just rubber, solid rubber stuff. Crazy. Dude, look at this thing. There's so much cool stuff here.
That thing is.
I know you guys are not getting to see this at home in person, but holy cow. I love the paint scheme, D8. You imagine having to pull this thing in here? They're having to like throw wood down just to drive it inside the show here. Cat high track. One of the reasons Caterpillar is the only company with the high track design is they patented this design forever ago. I don't know what the reason is or why it's so much better, but I guess it is. 100 years, boy. Let's go climb inside it. I see someone inside there. Maybe we can get the opportunity to hop up inside this thing. I feel like I'm in a freaking Cadillac. Look at the seat.
Oh yeah.
Like leather stitched, all custom. Whoa! Look at the camera here, Ryan. You can get closer. It's got like sensors. If you're getting too close to someone, it's like tracking people to see where they're at. That's crazy. All joystick control.
You can take over the world with this thing.
Or some little town in wherever that Granby, Ohio, the Granby, where's that at? Colorado.
I don't know where it's at.
Whistling Diesel, watch out. That's sick. This thing's brand new. Brand new. It's got 15.2 hours. They left the key in it. What were they thinking? Bluetooth. It's a cat radio, Bluetooth. Holy cow, dude. This thing's like a dang car in here. You can turn the windshield wipers on. Wow.
The back one was going.
Oh, whoops. Right there, the front one. It's so tiny, look at it.
It's small.
It's crazy the amount of visibility you have. That you kind of sit on an angle too. You like don't sit straight in it. But it makes sense. Super comfortable though. Something like this gotta cost close to $1 million. Probably more than that. Comment down below, guys. What does a new D8 dozer cost like this? It's got to be way up there, like big time.
Narrate while you do it.
All right, guys. We're here at the Caterpillar booth at the Waste Expo, of course. And they have got a RC simulation where they have a real excavator on site. Where's the excavator at right now?
Tucson, Arizona.
Tucson, Arizona. It's being controlled remotely. So basically a drone excavator on the ground. And we're going to get to run it. Now, I'm used to backhoe controls, not excavator controls. So
Switch it for you, my friend.
we'll try running this one and see how it goes. Do you have the skid steer set up too, or is it mainly just the dozer and the wheel loader?
Dozer excavator right now.
Okay, cool. Well, let's hop in here and try it. All right, so that was like super cool. The technology like that is like really awesome. You've seen like the remote controlled Bobcat skid steers and stuff. People can run and like bring their skid steer for doing dirt work and things. It's crazy. But all right, let's make our way around and check out some other really cool things here. Oh, check that out. A roll-off dumpster with American flag paint job. That's sick. Ryan wanted to come over here and see these giant, enormous tires. Those are some pretty big tires. Like really big tires. All right, Ryan. Junkyard dog guaranteed. Them boys are monsters. Let's go to the other side and look at it. Wow. Really similar tires to what were on our old Kawasaki before it got gone again. Wonder what that thing weighs. They have to weigh it. This thing has to weigh a ton because it's got 3 axles underneath it. Holy crap. That's some serious weight there, boy. Serious weight. Guys, we got some tires like this on a little John Deere skid steer at our shop right now. We actually have for sale. They got some freaking boggers on the goddamn wheel loader right here. I'll tell you what, old son. Gosh dang. That's crazy. That's really cool. Something unique, ain't it, for sure? Check this out, guys. I don't know what the heck this thing is. Maybe a crusher? Something like that. Or maybe a garbage shredder. That's what it is. It's some kind of a shredder or crusher. But this thing's a monster. You know, as a little kid, you see this stuff, you want to get up close to it or want to have something and put some random stuff through it. I think Whistling Diesel beat us to that, putting a G-Wagon through something like this. But this thing's crazy looking. It's definitely a crusher, I think, because those look like giant things there for it to turn and twist. I don't know. I don't know what the heck I'm talking about. It's on track, so it's got to be cool. So fun fact about Mack trucks, guys. A lot of people source these back to being the great red-blooded American truck, but they're actually owned by Volvo. So a lot of these guys that are hate on Volvo, like really big, that drive Mack trucks, sorry to tell you all, but you're driving a Volvo, basically. It just has a bulldog on the hood. It says Mack on the front. Yeah. Figured I'd tell you. So we found Komatsu. And they have the same size excavator and the same size wheel loader as Lagong has across the road here. Pretty crazy. But I'm not sure where Komatsu stuff's actually being made at. I think some of the Komatsu stuff's made in China also. They've got some simulators here. They're not as cool as the Cat, where you're actually running a real machine, but electric. Interesting. Look at this. Quick connect arm here, but it also has the quick connect hydraulics built into it also. That is one thing that's really cool. A lot of that in Europe, none of that here in the US, or there's very few things like that here in the US. Pretty cool. We've made it across the floor to some more. Look right there, mini dumpsters. You can enter to win. I think we might enter to win that. And then we can park it right next to your charger.
Whoa, buddy.
It's like the same thing as Ryan's car. But we're underneath a Vermeier. I don't know what the heck this thing is. Oh, they got the side of it open. Let's check it out. That is sick. Finally one that's open. Looks like some kind of a shredder. That is cool. Right where every Duramax should be, actually, right there. Big old kitty cat right there. It's probably a C18. Isn't that crazy?
That's a whole room right there, buddy.
Yeah, well, how else are they going to house everything? Big room.
Massive control panel.
Yeah, big control panel, remote control. Drive shaft goes to a huge planetary of some kind right there, gear reduction.
How many filters do you think is on it?
There's a lot of filters on this thing. That's crazy. That's cool, ain't it? Mini dumpsters. How do we register to win one of these? Oh, drop a business card. This truck's moving, Ryan. What's it doing? It's right here. It's running. Look. Check that out. That thing's serious, ain't it? It's fast, too. That thing ain't playing around. Dang. All automatic, zero emissions, fully electric. It's the future. All right, so we made another stop over here at the Challenger Lifts booth, which actually Challenger is owned by Snap-on. They got a freaking forklift up there. Look at that. Isn't that crazy? But look at this tire machine. This thing will be handy dandy around the shop. Let's see if we can get them to run it for us and show us how they dismount a tire with a machine. That'd be nuts. Oh, you just use it to pull it right off. Again, once you do 10 of them, I guess it starts to work, doesn't it?
Yeah. So there we go. So now we're pretty much off, right?
Yeah, now you can put it right back on. Yeah.
Roll this over to the side.
This is handy dandy, I guess, when you're doing like 17.5s or something like that.
So this is a 22.5, right?
Easiest one to change. Yeah.
Well, it's big.
Yeah,
it's big,
of
but it's
course.
heavy,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So the more of these we do, like I said, with your irons and your hammer, you probably can do one a lot faster. But by the time you get to number 10, if
10.
you're doing a tractor, yeah, you're pretty wore out.
Well, guys, that's a wrap for day one here at the Waste Expo, the Garbage Truck Expo that has Scania engines here. Make sure you guys check them out on Facebook and Instagram. And let us know what you think down in the comments about all the questions we had for you during the show today. Make sure you smash the like button, subscribe if you're new here. We'll be having some more videos coming from the Expo tomorrow and some other really cool stuff we didn't get to show you in today's video. That being said, we'll see y'all later. Peace.